Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Kathy Graining from the Alive Festival. Give us the dates, Kathy. When's this taking place?
It's July 20th through the 22nd. But once again, if you're a full event camper, you can come in on the 19th. Or there's also people, we have really incredible electric sites. And if you purchase an electric site, you can actually come in on Tuesday and spend the whole week just camping and enjoying the park. Your site is yours from that Tuesday until the following Monday. So
what a perfect family vacation. I mean, you can go do the park, and then the creme de la creme is all of these concerts that you've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Going to be amazing. And you're right. Eat your Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken on Friday and Saturday because Sunday they get to just come and enjoy Alive as well, along with everybody else because they get the day off. All right. Amazing music. You also bring in good speakers every year. Well, who's speaking?
Well, one thing that's exciting we're doing this year is we actually have 3 mini conferences within the event. We have a youth conference that's called Know It, Live It, Share It. The first day about knowing your faith, the next day about living your faith, and the next day about how to share your faith. So every day we have 2 seminars specifically targeted to young adults. We also have a men's conference called Men of Iron that will have a speaker each day. And we also have a women's conference, the Beautiful Conference, talking about inner beauty and just growing in that area. And so we're excited about that. Plus, of course, we have programming for children as well. We have Outback Ray back, which he brings all kinds of exotic animals the kids can check out and touch and feel.
Wow.
And then we also have Tim and Amanda Coles, who are just they just do a great job of presenting the gospel in a very fun and exciting way for kids with puppets and all kinds of interesting things. So we have that going in addition. And some other fun things for young kids, too. You know, we're going to do some face painting and things like that. So it's definitely one of those areas where you feel like anybody in your family can benefit from the different opportunities. We're having all kinds of people speak. We're having Reggie Dabbs and Preston Centrulio, which is hard to say his name, but the 2 of them together will be doing the Know It, Live It, Share It. Their passion is this next generation, and we've had Reggie before. So have you heard Reggie speak before?
Oh yes.
I mean, he just delivers
amazing.
a dynamic message.
Mm-hmm.
We also, something else we do, which is fun, is we have a Heart of the Artist seminar.
Oh, I love this too.
I know, where you just get to hear the stories behind the songs. You get to ask artists, depending on who's doing the Heart of the Artist, which I'm still working on that lineup. Usually I have no problem getting really, usually I would assume for King and Country will probably do it, where they just come in and they just answer questions from the audience, and that's always encouraging.
If Bart Millard would, that'd be awesome.
What's that?
If Bart Millard would, that would be awesome. Because
know.
Now he's got that movie under his belt as well.
I can't imagine all the questions he would be getting.
Oh,
I know
my.
that. And just following that movie, it's
Yes.
just amazing.
Yes.
We had them that very first year when they were just still trying to figure out God's direction for their life. And just, I will never forget walking by the tent and just seeing people literally face down worshiping God. And I heard the song. I can only imagine. It's the first time I ever heard it. And I just knew at that moment, this is an anointed moment.
Anointed. No other word.
This is a song that's going to reach the entire population, and it very well
It certainly has, and I remember that as well. Oh my gosh!
Do you really?
Yes, I do. It's neat to have been connected with Alive over the years because to be able to see it.
So thankful for that connection.
Gosh. Well, and I can remember, can't you, praying that there be enough people to fill the hills, and you look at that hill.
We still pray that. I mean, there's so many competing. We understand it's a different time in our generation, in our world, and so. We don't take for granted anybody that takes time. We work and strive for excellence because we want the people that come to realize, wow, they really put a lot of thought into this. It's not just a thrown together event. I mean, we want people to come and feel like it was worth every one of their hard-earned dollars to experience what God is putting together.
You consider people's comfort so well. Let's just get down and dirty here. The restrooms that you bring in are awesome and clean, and there's a place to, a hand washing station there with real soap and water and towels, and it's just different. You're roughing it, but you're not roughing it. You know what I mean?
We do the best we can. I mean, it's definitely, yes. I agree. That's our goal. I mean, it's an outdoor event. And once again, like I said, we're building a city. We're not going into a park that has like stationary restrooms and stationary.
Right.
So that does make it more challenging. But we work our darndest to get around that and to make it a positive experience. And there's so many people that know their own little tricks too on how to, just be prepared.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask me that. It is a rain or shine event. In the whole 31 years, there was only one concert that we ever had to cancel.
That is amazing.
And so everything runs full steam ahead. And we've had such gorgeous weather since we moved to July. July just seems to be a less busy month.
Yep,
People
that was
can
smart.
set it aside as a family vacation. So one thing I'll tell you, too, when we're talking about meeting artists, like we do, there are a lot of VIP add-ons. There's meet and greets sitting on the stage, standing in front of the stage. So a lot of people like to know about that because in addition, once you purchase your ticket, if you decide, I really would like to do something else, that's something you can add on without any problem.
That's very cool. I know the earlier you purchase it, the even better the value. So where are we as far as ticket prices right now?
Right now, our next deadline runs through May 22nd. So a full event ticket, which, like I said, is good from Thursday at 9 a.m. until Monday at 4 p.m., is $125 for ages 11 and up. I want to say it correctly. Because ages 4 to 10 would purchase a junior ticket, and that for the full event is only $35.
Oh, my gosh.
Just so we know that they're there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I should say 5 to 10 because 4 and under are free.
Wow.
That's the breakdown. And then we have one-day tickets. So if you just decide you want to come for one day, you can start 9 a.m. and then go until midnight because our late night cafe will probably go till about 11:30.
Yeah.
And there's two options on that. One is you don't care what day you're coming, and you buy a more expensive ticket, which is $45. You don't want to commit. But if you want to commit right now and say, I know no matter what, I want to be there on Friday, it's $5 cheaper. So it's a $40 ticket for a specific day, like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But then if you just want to buy a ticket that's good any day, those are $45.
Oh, and that's kind of smart because I can see why someone would say, okay, I know where I want to go. I'm going to go one day, but I'm going to kind of wait and see what the weather's like. You can kind of wait and see. So that's very smart as well.
And there are group rates available, too.
Oh,
so,
perfect. Best thing is to go to alive.org and check out all of those. Yes, that will keep us up to date. One thing, not just comfort, but also safety is a big thing that you have to think of. I don't think anybody realizes all the things you have to think of, Kathy, when you're putting together this massive of an event. But post 9/11, it's very different, isn't it, as far as security and so forth with a gathering of Christians of this magnitude. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Well, absolutely. I mean, we do have the full, we bring in police, obviously. So we have the full support of the police. What's also nice is because it's a state park, we have park rangers, which are in the park. We bring in the ambulance service. So it is ready and waiting if there would be any, thing that would happen to anybody while they're there, although it's generally a pretty laid-back situation. We also have made some stipulations on things you can bring into the amphitheater, only small soft-sided coolers. It doesn't mean you can't bring your own food and beverages. It just means you can't bring those big, giant, hard-sided coolers into the amphitheater. So we've just made a couple changes like that to help people feel a comfort level. I mean, it's something you got to do. It's something we have to think about, absolutely.
And I also love, what are those kind of like foam walking paths that you lay down just in case there's a little bit of a muddy area? You really think of everything. But what are those and how did you do that?
Yeah, we have so much support from Atwood. I mean, they built a gorgeous lit walking pathway through the amphitheater so that you're not on the road that might have like a golf cart or something. Now, people can use that paved road if, they need to for, say, like a wheelchair or something. But the walking pathway is, I don't know what it's called, but it's just a good surface to walk on.
It's very cool.
It's very nice. But yeah, those, and they just really upgraded the whole parking lot for one-day attendees. Have made an incredible parking lot, so that makes it really nice too. As far as not worrying about your car getting stuck in the mud or something like that.
Right.
And hopefully, we haven't had any mud, though, since we moved to July.
No, since you moved to July, that was a very smart move.
It's doing good.
Just a couple minutes before we have to let you go, but I know you mentioned that there are neat stories, and I'm sure through the years with all these details, and you're a busy woman. You have a husband and family and things to do besides work on this. I'm sure there were those moments where you thought, why are we doing this? And then you hear the stories of lives changed and you say, oh, that's why. Can you share some of those with us?
Probably one of my favorites is when our daughter Mackenzie went to Kent State, and she ended up making a very good friend. Her name's Shannon. She actually was in Mackenzie's wedding, and after they'd known each other for a couple months, they decided they would share their testimonies with each other. And so Mackenzie said, yeah, Shannon, what's your testimony? And she said, well, actually, I went to this festival. You've probably never heard of it. It's called the Alive Festival. And Kenzie's like, yeah, I've heard of that festival.
Heard of it.
And here it was because of the Alive Festival that Shannon came to know Christ. And, to see that fruit in my own daughter's life, just, it's pretty cool stuff. And, which brings me to something I'd love to mention as well. We have started a nonprofit, the Alive Ministries nonprofit, where people can provide scholarships to bring people. We have a lot of groups that reach out to us that would love to bring kids, and we do give away hundreds and hundreds of tickets every year to places like children's homes and different organizations where these kids can benefit. So I would love to point out, if anybody would be interested in donating to Alive Ministries, we would love for you to be able to do that. Our website is still getting up and running, but if you contact us at the Alive Festival, we can point you in the right direction, because we definitely see the fruit. And I mean, that just being one story, but throughout the years, just a lot of people. I mean, you look out at the crowd at the festival and you just see so many happy, smiling faces, and you don't realize the hurt and the pain that a lot of youth are experiencing, questioning suicide, questioning, struggling with cutting and some real issues. Now, we have a prayer tent. We're not, counseling. We're not problem solving. We're praying.
Yes.
And we're trusting that God will heal these situations and bring light to the situations. And he really has used that. And there are just thousands of stories. Over 20,000 people have come to know Jesus that we know of in the past 30 years. So we don't take that lightly at all. We take that very serious. And so just to know that there's been a lot of healing and a lot of hope that's been given out at the festival is what's been keeping us going, like you said, because there are moments when you're like, okay, what are we doing here?
Right. Well, yeah, you wouldn't be human if it weren't so.
We're being obedient.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fruit is there. Go to alive.org to find out everything that we've been talking about. And then find somebody who works for the festival when you're there and find out how you can participate with scholarships. Kathy Graining, God bless you. Thank you for all you do for our community.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and we just appreciate your support, Susie. Thanks so much.